Hi, I'm Joshua Hamlin with Sigma 3 Survival, and today I'm going to show you how to make an elm knife sheath. We're working with elm bark today, me and the guys, and I got this piece off. It's a little late in the season for getting elm bark off, so it didn't come off nice and neat, unfortunately. It was hard as hell to get off of here, but I finally got it off. If you don't know how to get bark off, watch my bark container video and it'll show you how. But what we're going to be working with is just this piece of bark, and I'm going to try and make a sheath for my knife. I have a sheath for it already, but this is just an instructional video. So the first thing I'm going to want to do, first off, I'm doing this by the pond so that I can keep dipping this in the water to keep it pliable. But first thing I got to do is get off all this outer bark. And how I'm going to do that is just folding it. You can hear it, the outer bark cracking right now. And I'm just going to grab it and pry it off. So what I'm looking for is a piece of bark that is the consistency of leather. You can do this with leather, by the way. This is a sheath you can make out of leather if you got it. But we're using bark. Okay, so I've gotten most of the bark off. There's a lot of cracks in this, unfortunately, and that might cause us some problems. So I'm going to look for the area that's the least cracked. And what I need to do is trace a copy of this knife, because what we're going to do is, first we're going to, oh, my pencil broke. Look, I got a knife right here. I wish I had a marker or something so that you could see this better, but I'll try to Photoshop an outline so that you can see it. So, we're going to copy our knife blade right here as much as possible. I can't even see it myself. And then we're going to flip the knife over and double it. If you could come in a little closer. I'm tracing the blade here, and then I'm flipping it over and tracing it again here. So I got a double copy of the knife, and then the handle is just like this. But what we're going to do is we're going to fold this over. First we're going to fold this over the blade. I got to cut this out, so let's do that real quick. Let's see, the blade goes right there, so we'll cut right here. Like this, and then this will fold over. This will fold over the blade like this. But this is going to be a lot longer. Alright, there's the handle. That's the length of the handle. Now this part down here is going to have to wide out, because this is going to go through slices in this. So at the end of the handle here, maybe right there, we'll give it a little belt loop. I'm going to start widening out. It's hard to do because this is already cracked. But we'll come out to about there. I think that's as good as I'm going to get. Where were we? I got this folded over to match the blade. This is a little bit bigger than the blade. I'll probably trim it up just a bit. Like so. Now what this is going to do, here, let me get it wet again, so it's good and flexible, is now we're going to fold this piece of bark this direction, like so. What I need to make this thinner, because there's no way we're going to be able to get through that. I just want it to be slightly bigger than the blade. Okay, now we're going to fold this way, like so. But we got to cut slits in here because this is going to go through here, weaved in. So, and we got to do this carefully because we don't want it to split all the way. There's one. We'll come up about, because this is bark and it splits easily, we'll come up about an inch. I'm going to go as close to the edge as I can because that's got to fit through here. And then I'll come up about another inch, do it again. As close to the edge as possible without it splitting. Like so. Let's see if that's enough. Maybe one more slit right here. Now, what we want to do is push this through here. You got to be real careful because it will split. It splits easily. Bark splits easily. I wish I had some pliers. Well, that might just have to do then, if that's as far as I can get it. We'll just cut this bottom off. Like so. And there we have it, a knife sheath. This could hang from your belt, you know, like so. Keep you from cutting yourself. Simple. Now go try it. One more thing I want to show you is that we can use this leftover bark to make a string that will hold our handle in. This is bark, so it's stiff. It's not going to come out. Once this dries, this will be hard. Dog's taking off with the... Once this dries, it'll be hard. But if you're doing this with leather or something, it will stay soft and your handle might lean forward. So we'll just make a piece of string real quick with this leftover bark that we can use to tie the handle on. And it's nothing fancy. If you haven't seen my cordage video, watch it if you don't know how to make cordage. When I made the cordage, there's a little loop at the end. I'm just going to unravel it a little bit to make a hole big enough for this knot to go through. Then I'm going to stick it through there. And then I'm going to pull this knot through there. There we go. And that'll hold our knife in place, and we can just slide it up when we need to get our knife out, and we can just slide it back down afterwards, and it ain't going nowhere. Your belt can go right through there. So there it is. Bark knife sheath.